we come to you now live from the last 15 minutes of generic Souls-like near you. It's this stuff. Hi everyone, welcome in to this little corner of the universe, the internet, and all things Twitch, where we do literary theory to the games that we like, or play at least. We may not always like them, as it turns out. We do this work, apply close reading, structuralist analysis, deconstruction, whatever we can get our hands on, really. Not so much to understand what the story is, but rather what it's doing, what it tries to achieve, how it works, or doesn't, as the case might be. Which is pretty cool. I think it's fun. I mean, I do this shit on my own, really, at this point. It's so hammered into me that this is essentially how I just enjoy media. And hopefully, my insight can inspire you. Now, generally on Sundays, right now, currently, over this span of general segment of moments that we string together into some sort of conceptualization of the progression of time, we do a Mori on Sundays. But unfortunately, since our good buddy, the cosmology scholar, Finnick Twitch, has caught in the Finnish plague, unfortunately can't be with us here tonight. He will be better. He'll be back. But right now, I'm not gonna make him suffer through talking smack on the internet for 4 hours. So instead, we're gonna do a little filler. We're going to do something interesting. I think it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be fascinating. It might be. I don't know. I don't know a lot about this thing other than the gimmick of it. And that it's been well received. That's about it. We're going to be playing the Dark Queen of Mortholme. What's that, you ask? Well, great of you to ask. The Dark Queen of Mortholme is essentially the last boss of a Souls-like. So it's just a boss run thing. Yeah. But not from the hero's perspective. We will be playing the Dark Queen of Mortholme. We will not be the ones who get stepped on, mommy. We will be the mommy that steps. And supposedly there's a great conversation and relationship between the two, and they had this sort of a conversation relating to the power dynamics at play. Look, I think it's gonna be interesting at the very least. I think it might even be really fucking good. So that's what we're gonna be doing tonight. We're gonna do some Dark Queening of Mortholme. How are you doing, cats? Hope you're doing well on this here little Sunday. Look, I tried to wrap my head around what we were gonna do tonight, and I got this week, this thing. And I was like, oh shit, I need to find some way to put this in the schedule. Maybe this is a palate cleanse between Death of the Outsider and Silent Hill 2. I don't know, but I need to fit it in somewhere. And then Finnick tells me that he's sick, and I'm like, yes. It's either that or we were gonna, I mean, it's sort of impromptu, but like Overwatch or Helldivers 2 or something, collaborative with some peeps, but we're doing this. I don't know how long this is going to run us. I don't know if it's going to fill the 4 hours. Worst case scenario, we're going to fill it with something else as well. Something. Worst case scenario, we're just going to be playing Age of Wonders 4 because I got him back into that and picked up a few new DLCs. So I'm playing an Eldritch Queen that is progressively warping her thralldom into becoming fish people. It's very Eldritch. It's very cool. It's so cool. Like, Age of Wonders is fucking cool. I enjoy it tremendously. But first off, we're going to be doing the Dark Queen of Mortholme. So it is so small. It is such a little game one, that it doesn't even have a Wikipedia page. It is made by a developer called Mosu. I do not know anything about Mosu. Do they even have a website? They don't. They launched this out of Itch.io, which is so fucking cool. I like that tremendously. What else? They were published by Monster Theater. It's like 3 people. They just started Monster Theater Games. Let's take a look at this. Now we're talking real fucking indie here. Like real gimpy indie. So what have we got? We got Atomic Owl. No idea what that is. Looks like Ninja Gaiden Owl. Dark Queen of Mortholme. Mr. Sleepy Man. And Stories of Somnia. And Ski Joring. I have no fucking idea. It's indie as heck. It's so fucking indie. It's tremendously indie. But yeah, we're gonna give it a good look. I am looking forward to this thing. I think it's gonna be cool. So let's boot it up, because of course I haven't booted up ahead of time, but we are gonna plug in the controller because I think that's gonna be helpful to us tonight. Alright. Let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Dark Queen of Mortholme. Grab a controller and kick back. I have done that. Wait. This game is native support for Steam input. The system Steam uses to translate your physical inputs. With native support, your layout will show game actions instead of generic commands. Okay. These games will often contain action sets. Okay. Fuck am I supposed to do with that? Alright, let's flip this. Oh, shit. This is not as easy as it used to be. I wish it was easier. There we go. Boom. I think that should be it. Yeah, you got sound and you got visual. There we go. We got it. We got it all. So this is it. The Dark Queen of Mortholme. Got some pixel art. There's some kind of cool movement of the branches, actually. It looks a little warpy. It looks a little weird. I kind of like it. Alright. So what do we have? Oh, that's good and echoey. Oh, wait. We don't have options? These are the only options that we have? Oh, this little guy! And that's us. Uh-huh. Throne room. We're getting spoilers here. Maybe we should fuck off. Can I... How do I unfuck this? There we go. Alright, well... I guess that's our home. So, what are we doing here? From what I understand, we will be playing as the Dark Queen of Mortholme. Essentially the last boss of some sort of a... I mean, action RPG, supposedly. And we're flipping the perspective, thus, on the whole genre. This is not a new thing. This is not a new habit. This is not a new concept to, well, gaming, maybe. But certainly not to storytelling. One example that comes to mind, for example, is the live-action Cinderella, where we had Maleficent being played by Angelina Jolie. I liked that movie a lot. I thought it was a fucking banger. But just a sort of a personal portrait on how do you become a villain, essentially. How does that work out? How does that shake out? And I do like those narratives. Again, we have spoken previously on the channel how I am a big fan of a good villain. If a villain is made well, then I think hands down the villain is going to be more interesting and generally more charismatic, fascinating than the hero. I mean, if the villain is done well. I think there's a higher ceiling for the villain than there is for the hero. Yeah, sure. I can die on that hill. Yeah, that works. But we so rarely get to see the villain full front and center. They are usually hidden because you can't spend the entirety of the narrative with the villain. Well, you can, hypothetically, but you generally don't. You only get to see them like in the beginning and maybe and the end, and maybe in little parts in between, in the middle. But generally speaking, you just see them in the beginning and the end, and then it's all about, the call to action. It's all about building your power, and then it's all about fighting your way up to the villain. This is a fairly standard story trope from anything from theater to literature to movies to games or books. It's all over the place. And unfortunately, it hollows out the capacity for a villain to be terribly interesting. There have been versions of it. Maleficent, we mentioned. I'm thinking, for example, also of the Mistborn series by Sanderson. I give Sanderson a little bit of shit more often than not, but he did do an interesting twist on it. So the hero won, and this is what the hero made. And at least the first book sort of deals, well, I guess the other two as well, in sort of hindsight, deals with what made our overlord into this. What made them do this? What made them commit to this world? And that's interesting. That's interesting. What other examples do we have of that? I mean, we have the classical, the Star Wars one, where we start off with this Darth Vader figure, and progressively, as the stories chug on, we delve into the background of Darth to the point of humanizing this robotic monstrosity that we're supposed to reject as barely even human from the beginning. And that's also interesting. It's absolutely interesting. What other examples do we have? Do we have any in gaming at all? Not really. We have some examples of someone close to us slowly becoming the villain. Again, now I'm looking back at, for example, Dishonored 1, where one of our closest allies sort of turn into the villain. Well, the villain, but it turns on us at the very least, kind of turning him into at least the villain of the intrigue, as it were. But it is starkly rare to actually get to live out the perspective from the villain, which is a bit of a shame. In classic, I mean, not just because the villain is the most interesting one, but it's fertile fucking ground too. I have mentioned previously, talked about cinema theory. And this holds for literature as well, really. I just haven't heard it as crystallized in literature theory. That most characters in a adventure, in this classical adventure kind of theme, fit into one or several categories of, well, a few different archetypes or tropes. You have the protagonist who is supposed to grow the most over the course of the story, not necessarily be the main or the perspective character, but grow the most, become the most. We have the character that's supposed to affect our perspective into the story, and the classical example of that is in Star Wars again, C-3PO. He's supposed to sort of connect with the audience, the regular person, as to this is fucking stupid, this is fucking insane. Sometimes these roles are interconnected or mashed together in really interesting ways, like in Farscape. I know I've mentioned this too, how Crichton, how the main protagonist is both protagonist, but also the C-3PO role, where he does protagonist shit and then he just takes a seat and just goes, what the fuck did I just do? I must be out of my goddamn mind. And it's so good. It's so well made. It's like his sanity is fracturing, and he's self-aware of that his sanity is fracturing. He has these moments of clarity where he just responds to his own behavior, and he's like, I am absolutely insane. I must be absolutely insane. It is really good. Cannot recommend Farscape enough. And what we in common parlance call the villain in anything really is quote unquote the bad guy, the monster, the thing we have to stop. But there is a more clear cut version of that I've heard it in cinema theory. It's all over the place, and it's the word antagonist. And an antagonist means the character that drives the plot. It's funny not having a sepia room. That's what. So that lamp is a lot of sepia. That is just daylight, and turns out that you don't need to. I'm gonna buy a lamp. Hi Z, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. How are you on this Sunday? Big shout out to Double OC, good buddy of the channel. One Axis of the reigning Twitch umbrant. that kick ass. I mean, the triumvirate. C for sure kicks ass. She has a license to own implements that would kick ass. Either which way, you should go swing by OOC's place. She does Cult of the Lamb, among other things. Not bad. Yeah, that's probably, yeah. I saw that message and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty sus, my guy. Not bad. Got some housework done today. Food is in the slow cooker. You do love yourself some slow food. You know, slow food is so much better than fast food. Yeah, I haven't done much. Well, I did laundry, I suppose. So, you know, yay me. Read a little bit. Had some dinner. That's about it. Which I'm happy with. I like medium food. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Sure, medium food is fine, but slow food, Slow food is the fucking jam, man. It's just easy. Cut everything up, chuck it in, wait, win. Yeah, it is. I'm a big fan of slow food. Everything I cook is some version of slow. Even me just making some sort of pasta sauce takes me well over an hour. I just love food. Hi, Bun! Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah. Well, yes, I do too. I just deny myself. I'm a little ascetic. I can't. See, would you mind in 21 seconds to shout out Confused Bun as well? How you doing, Bun? Are you doing alright? On this our little Sunday. We're just about to get into We Are Stompy Lady. And I just wanted to sort of collect a little bit of steam before I get into this, because I think it's going to be a short one. I think we're going to be able to knock this out today. And we might even be running up short on time, because, and I think we're going to get into it. How many times can you just curb stomp some poor little schmo over and over again before it gets dull? There we go. Big shouty out of the Confused Bun, good buddy of the channel. She's playing Slay the Spire 2 Restless Runs, if you want to check it out, and also doing art on her channel. And I've heard it on good authority that we might see some art soon for our D&D campaign that me, OOC, Trash Panda Shay, Lemon Cake, Singardi are all part of over at That's So McDaddy's channel, and I'm really excited about it. How are you doing, Roy? Hope you're doing well. So, what do you say, everyone? Should we get into this? This game is so short it doesn't even have an options menu. Play. So here we are. Just sitting around. Hi, buddy. Hi, Steve.
My queen, an intruder has breached the castle.
Well, what the fuck, Steve? You're just getting gunk all over my... Have you seen how polished these floors are? I'm gonna have to power wash the entire room just because you're dragging your bloody ass in. Could you not have passed this message along just outside the door?
It's headed for you, your indomitable majesty, the royal guard, all slaughtered.
What? Wait, is he just outside the door? Is the guy just waiting outside the door for you to announce him? Let's see, Roy. The first thing I hear is, how many times do you think I can curb stomp someone until it gets dull? Yeah, oh, well, we're gonna find out real soon.
That creature, it's relentless.
I will deal with it myself.
Forgive us, O Empress Everlasting. Arg.
I like how the font is not just dotting you lip-seeing out, but actually fading there. That's pretty good. I like that a lot. Oh, that's an unfortunate... Oh, that's handy. Hello, Shedhead. Your reign of terror ends today. My reign is eternal. A weakling like you cannot dream to overthrow me. And yet that's what I'm here to do! Yaha! Huh. You are here to be crushed under my heel. Fuck, we should have Shay do mommy voice for the Dark Queen, shouldn't we? Shay, are you here? Do you want to get in on this? Someone call Shay. Huh. You are here to be crushed under my heel. Move with left stick? Well, that's nice. Or just slowly rise. Oh my god. We're so big. Uh-huh. You know what? I feel for this guy. I feel for this fucking guy. Exploiting a poor panda live on stream. I think she'd get a kick out of it. But yes, also yes. I mean, to be fair, we played a bunch of Souls-like on this channel. You guys have as well. This is just sometimes how it goes. It just sort of happens. So let's just lumber around and then just, I don't know, I guess we're burning them. Oh, that's good for cleaning, I bet. I guess going back on our seat, I suppose. Oh my god. Your reign of terror ends today! Another challenger. Flattering. Another challenger in a single night. Flattering. It's just me! Did you think I wouldn't try again? I thought I killed you. Does death not work like it's supposed to? Was it something I did? Those burnt to ash usually do not. No. No matter. Your second chance will end the same. We shall see! Yes. We shall read the truth from your shattered bones. Hey, what? There we go. Did he get iframes? Do I have to? There we go. Let's burn that. Then go back on our fucking throne. We have some sitting to do. Oh my fucking god! Your reign of terror ends today! What was that cowardly footwork? In my throne room, we sashay, we do not dodge roll. Dormammu, I've come to bargain, yes. I mean, that is essentially what every every Souls-like is. Hi, Underdark, how you doing, buddy? I saw what you were about to do. It was silly of me to stay still the first time. He's calling us out. The hero is calling us out. Every goddamn Souls player. Why did you just stand still? That was silly. Why did you do that? Why did you just stand and take it? Haha. Pure chance. Try dodging one of these mamas. What am I supposed to do now? Anyone else out there? Are we quite finished? How come? Okay, are we playing Dark Souls 2? Why is nobody respawning along with the hero? My fucking god. Can't get good help these days. Alright, not a pushover. No, I'm the final fucking boss. God. You haven't even done the DLC material yet. Lost faith in your entrance line, did you? Might as well skip it. This could take a while after all. I love your gumption. You know what, hero? You got the exact correct energy for a Souls-like. Oh, I can grind you to paste swiftly enough. One lucky sidestep does not change that. Not just the one, no. No, can we just make sure he doesn't get back up? Can we just... Let's just make damn fucking sure, right? Alright, I think we got him. I need to get more minions. So basically you win the game when you lose? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna end. Oh my fucking dude. A whole arsenal of moves. I'll have to figure them out one by one. Fuck, no! No, my Achilles heel! No! I'm not here to be figured out. I am not here to be figured out. My spells and my steel rule this world. They have, so far. Gutsy words from one whose guts decorate my floor. You should respect your betters. I'm gonna ship my polished floor with my mace. If you keep doing this. Oh, I have plenty of respect for you and your might. I wouldn't be here otherwise. Fuck. Shit, that scans. God damn it. Oh, you got more health? Okay, you're getting a little bit of back. Yeah, you can't just... Yeah, fuck you! Go out, get out of here! Get out of here, little shit! Man, this is like... Is this actually what being a Souls-like boss is? It's like swatting flies? And eventually just can't be arsed anymore? Can I please sit down? Do you know how much this armor weighs? Oh, they're not... Oh, here they come. There was a little bit of lag. Fuck. She's like, bet he's coming. Oh no. Oh, now he's coming. I can do this! How come you kept going? Why didn't you just lay down and die? How come you kept going after my first strike? What can I say? You've taught me how to take a hit or two. If you are this determined to stick around, I will gladly teach you how to stay down. That, I'm afraid, might be a skill beyond me. Oh my god, wait, is this Peter Parker? As you wish. Your suffering shall be twofold. Are you... Can you... Stop! Fuck! Stop! He's a little shit! There you go! Fucking die! You little fucker. Oh my... What do you think of short bow? I picked it up from a chest at the gatehouse. They need to stop leaving their shit around. My fucking guards, man. Ah, do you know how big of an HR nightmare this entire thing is? The gatehouse? What are you talking about? The one on the Southern Keep. You don't know what's in your castle? If it is beneath my throne, it is beneath me. My underlings take care of trivialities. You never leave this tower? Why would I? You know, that's a bit of a sad question. Oh. Fuck, we're getting called out. Shit. Wow, she never leaves her room? I mean, again, it's playing on... It's interacting with the tropes of the boss structure, right? The boss is always in their own area. They never leave. Maybe she's introverted. I mean, yeah. Maybe bad. Hi, Ominous! Hello, this is a fun game. Yeah, I was hoping it was. She's working from home. Yeah, see? See, Bun gets it. No, it is you who is sad. Oh, I think they hit a nerve. Oh, is she just emo? Is this just what happens to goth girls eventually? Is this the final stage of goth girls? Or sorry, emo girls. That's not technically the same thing. I know there's a bit of a Venn diagram there, but they're not the same thing. Can't anyone be a Dark Queen these days without some hero trying to wipe you out? Apparently fucking not. Final stage of goth girls. You claim to be free to go anywhere in the world, yet this is where you return. To death and failure. Fuck, barrages are firing on both sides here. This is just Trafalgar Gate again. It's just, you know, ship of the line after ship of the line just sitting next to one another and just blasting each other apart. So it is kind of actually interesting, both of these reflections, right? There's most definitely I mean, sure, the hero here is interacting with the trope of the video game boss that never leaves their designated area. And yeah, that's if you take that trope out of video game logic and put it into actual logic, it's kind of what Mori does in a lot of ways, right? It takes video game logic and puts it in a different context and to make it abundantly clear that video game logic is fucking stupid or absolutely fucking deranged. And that's a little weird, right? But then again, if from what I understand from reflections of rulers, there is a little bit of literature on the subject. I've read, for example, Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, and there seems to be a bit of a trade-off. With the more power you have, the less free you are, and the more stuck you are into a formula that you cannot change. You sort of get stuck in your own story or your own myth, as it were. And nowhere would that be more clear than for that everlasting empress, like the Dark Queen here. So the hero points that out. He does so, or they do so, however, in video game logic. You never leave? Well, shit, I'm busy here. I keep killing you. I keep having to kill you. I need to defend my throne. But there is a little bit of real world association to it. And then the Dark Queen fires back here. You claim to be free to go anywhere in the world, yet this is where you return, to death and failure. That does sort of point a finger at not only video game characters or video game heroes, not just heroes in literature or in storytelling, but also us, either as the gamer or the just reader or watcher, the audience. Why do we feel such a desire to, either by watching a movie where the hero has to traverse this dark span and face this terrible challenge, but also when we're gamers? Why do we feel the need to put ourselves through Silksong, Dark Souls, Bloodborne? Why are we drawn to death and failure when we could just go out and touch grass, have an ice cream, you know? Certainly is a question. Oh, you fucking turd. I got you! There we go. You little shit! You little shit! Fuck you, buddy! Got him! Need to be a little bit smarter about it. I need to set fire to his fucking body. God damn it. Oh. Yeah, get rid of him. Little shithead dared to call me out on being stuck in this fucking room. We took a bit. Yeah, he did.
Let's go! Another round! Another chance at new tactics!
Fuck! Stop! Imagine, oh, so from Evermore, I hope that all of you are gonna feel a little bit of that empathetic panic with whatever Souls-like boss we're facing. That, holy shit, they're coming back, and every time they're doing a little better. Holy fuck, this is inevitable. This is what I've been saying, right? The only true failure state in a Souls-like is to stop trying, which it's inevitable that you're gonna beat that boss. It will happen if you keep at it. And imagine that fucking trap, that panic. Chobio felt no panic. Oh, this is getting annoying. This persistent skittering of yours. Oh? Is that a crack in your stoic front? Wishful thinking. Keep in mind, it is you whose blood covers my floor. I won't judge you for your frustration if you don't judge me for my excessive bleeding. I like this hero. But only if you can beat the door. Ah, shit. That fucking door. I am not frustrated. Yeah, very believable, Dark Queen. Very fucking believable. Merely bored of repeating the same fight over and over. I suppose you might find this dull. While I keep improving, you seem stuck doing mostly the same thing. Hey, fuck you! I'm doing my best here. Do you know how hard it is to be an eternal empress? What audacity to angle for my envy. I do not need to improve to squash a cockroach like you. You will be the first to tire out. Oh yeah? See, that no Souls boss is ever gonna win that battle of attrition. Can you? Ah, no! I should have gotten him! No, we can't drop the attack. You know what? This little fucker. Can you fucking stop? You have any idea how fucking annoying you are? I don't! That's bullshit! What are these iframes? Got him! Fuck you. What even are these iframes? This is bullshit. I guess this is what this is what any Souls boss starts complaining when the player finally learns to level some adaptability. Let me take a seat. Good spa! I need to keep in mind how far you can reach with that dash. And started try-harding. Yeah, it's shit. Oh, wow. It's gotta be this one, right? It's gotta be this one. I could dodge your attacks if it was fun for me. With ease. You got to do 3/4. Yeah, shit. I need to up my game. Uh-huh. But of course I will not stoop to the level of mortals. I am the Dark Queen of Mortholme. The butcher of 1,000 usurpers. It is no fault of mine. I remain unchallenged. For now. Mouth off all you like. You only pretend to enjoy this because without it, you are nothing. Oh, as I'm saying, right? Shots fucking firing. What is a Souls player if they didn't, beat their head against the brick wall? Come on, let's be honest. The sense of accomplishment is at least part of playing these games, right? Oh, not these games, but the games that it's ripping off of, right? The sense of accomplishment is most definitely part of it. It may not be the majority, may not be the only part, but it's in there. You're only enjoying this because without it, you are nothing. Dark Queen's fucking spitting. A fool who died to my first strike. That is the truth of you. The truth of me is that I'll be better every time. Oh, I mean, he's fucking correct. They're fucking right. Better than the most powerful being in this world. You have the wildest imagination. It helps me keep going. It gets me out of bed in the morning, man. I don't know what to tell you. He's too fast! Stop! Oh, there we go. No! Stop! You're a little piece of shit. Did you know that? There we go. Fucking got him. Little son of a fuck. I love her walk. She says... It's such a lonely sound. Anyone else also rooting for the hero? No! Ominous! It is such a gorgeous arena too, right? It's ominous, number one, but it's also so fucking lonely. It really does hammer home the aspect of what it would be to be one of these fucking bosses, right? You're just sitting there on your throne just waiting for an audience. What, I want the good guy to win? Who said it was the good guy? Just because we're the baddie doesn't mean they're the good guy. Have you not played Souls-likes? Are they not coming? Oh no, they're grinding. Oh no, they're out grinding. Fuck! You the baddie? No, well... J.P.S is evil. We have to root for the hero. No! Oh, the Dark Queen feels lonely when the hero's out grinding. Ellipses. How quiet. Right? Doesn't it suck? Sorry about the wait. Oh shit, your sword is bigger. No, he did go out and grind. I thought you gave up. Never! Why is the sword shiny? He went down and grinded! He went down and got some more Titanite and fuck, he went to see the blacksmith and now he's got a 10+ longsword. He's just gonna R1 spam and fuck. Huh. Entire armies have done less to disturb the silence of my domain. You didn't miss me then? No, Baka. How tsundere do we want to be? I kind of want to lean into them building a relationship. I think that's going to be more interesting. Like, what is the villain of the piece without the hero? What is the hero without the villain? I love that part of Batman Joker dynamic in DC Universe. Fucking adore that. It's the Killing Joke kind of cemented this notion that the Joker and Batman are just two sides of the same coin. They sort of need one another. They cannot function without one another. And they leaned even harder into that in Arkham City, the second of the Arkham games. It's so fucking good. I cannot recommend Arkham City enough. Or The Killing Joke, for example. The bonfire on your corpse does bring warmth to these halls. I'd miss this too. Do not think sentimentality brutality will make me go easy on you. Good! What a lowly end to our dance it would be, were we not to give it our all. Fucking anime protagonist. You have a way to go before I would need to give you my all. Oh, you got too many iframes. Oh, gotcha. Fuck you! He didn't get a single hit then. So much for the shiny sword. Oh, she's touching him now. They're touch buddies now. This thing's pretty sweet, don't you think? I didn't really feel it last time. Blessed sword, I take it. You cannot prove your point with that, even if it was theoretically capable of vanquishing me. Are you really improving yourself, or is this a mere lucky break? Not that lucky. This sword was hidden in a waterfall guarded by a Colossus Revenant. Look, alright, game developers, you need to hide more shit behind waterfalls. This hero knows what's up. Really, it was thanks to the practice I've had with you that I managed to finally claim it. Oh, fuck. Really? Shit, I'm making him better? How very kind of you to credit me while off on your whimsical little adventure. Why don't you do the same? Go see what's out there. What you might gain. Fuck, I conquered this fucking world like 10,000 years ago. I saw it once, I don't need to see it again. You only need to go to Detroit once. A ludicrous suggestion. How could I? Yeah, I keep having to fight you in this room. Stay away for 6 months and maybe I can take a sabbatical. But as it stands right now, no. Detroit became human. Where could I possibly go? Well, like where? Where could I possibly go? This is my realm. One can climb no higher. Oh, she's stuck in that sort of accomplishment mentality. Oh, shit. Well, then she's really host. Like, every place you go to needs to be conquered? Girl, go have yourself a mimosa on a beach. Huh. You really can't leave? You're stuck in this room forever? I rule here forever as the Empress Everlasting. As a thing that cannot move on. Fucking got us there, I think. Shit. If you were to fall, would that be the end of it? You couldn't return? Not as an undying queen? I would refuse to fall. My might ensures my victory. It has since the very beginning. If might is all we're measuring, sure. Stop being philosophical at me. Come at me with your blessed fucking sword. It is all that matters in this world. My world. That's what you must prove? Fuck. He's input reading. This little shithead. Stop hitting me with your fucking little thing. There we go. He actually is doing more damage, though. Oh shit, he's doing a lot more damage. Fuck. Someone's got me down to half HP. Fuck. Am I gonna have to try hard? Are we still just... I don't know, still kneeling. Still touching. You have weak knees. Do you know how much this armor weighs, Underdark? Do you have any conceivable idea of how much this armor weighs? This fucking mace? And again. Why do you insist on destroying my legacy? Huh. Why do you insist on destroying my legacy? Ah, you should have picked a better legacy than Eternal Reign. Fuck, someone should send this game to Elon Musk. Ellipses. Dumbass. I should have hit you there. No! These hitboxes are bullshit. No, that's bullshit. Gotcha. A little shithead. I do like the little development touches there, where she hesitated before just snapping and instead actually just... I don't know, it's interesting. Still not quite there. Ooh, that's a very villain thing to say. People do not change as much as you think. All have limits beyond which they cannot grow. Even you. Does that thought make you feel safer? It should scare you. If I am right, you are trapping yourself to die at my hands. Forever. You're trying to talk me into quitting, aren't you? Perhaps it would be a mercy. To be relieved by the burden of trying? Thanks, but no. Oh, bullshit! Get some range on him. There we go. Oh, come on! These hitboxes are bullshit. This R1 spam. Oh, we're down to half HP. No, kid. Fuck you. Get got. I wonder how much of this game is... I wonder how much of this game is paced so that we will lose progressively at the same pace. I wonder. Because in that case, there could be, hidden story content if you manage to beat the shit out of the hero enough times. But we are coming up on our first ad break, and I want to take it because I want more tea. So, skill issue. So we're gonna take a little break. I'm gonna go make myself some more tea. It's gonna be a little more than 3 minutes. Until then, cycle your fluids, take care of yourselves. If you get ads, tough. If you don't, you get some sweet tunes by our good buddy, That's So McDaddy. So, until then, see you soon.
Welcome viewers, take a seat. You never know who you'll meet. Stay a bit and have a read. Let J.P.S take the lead. Whether it's my books or one of my poems, or games and story, you've come for glory.
Let us dissect this plot. Let us discuss the protagonist. And if we can't cope with it, skita I did blow scorpus.
And don't hold your breath, I'm just an organism. Let's talk postmodernism.
Modernism. Lindberg will be heard. Please don't make me set down my tea. Don't make me sing, please. I'll read you a poem, an excerpt or three.
Thanks for the song, Mac Daddy.
Let me rate your game's toilet. Is there light and TP? Crowbar smashes TNT. Why do all these bottles scare me? Signalist is in demand. See me return to the Oberdin. Take Max Payne by the hand and catch me in Morrowind. And don't hold your breath, I'm just an organism. Let's talk postmodernism. Modernism. Lindberg will be heard. Please don't make me set down my tea. Don't make me sing, please. I'll read you a poem, an excerpt or three. This is the break song just for me. Have you seen luck like mine? They say my books are quite fine. Forks on forks to boggle the mind. Sly like a fox, check out the last box. And not to mention hope, love and loss, and just released by me. Check out my latest book, Patchwork Sovereignty. And don't hold your breath, I'm just an organism. Let's talk postmodernism. Modernism. Lindberg will be heard. Please don't make me set down my tea. Don't make me sing, please. I'll read you a poem, an excerpt or three. The end of the break for me.
And we are back, everyone. Back at it at Krispy Kreme. How you all doing? Hope you're doing well. I just refilled Judith. She's such a good girl. But now she's a little hot, so she's gonna have to rest a little bit, steam off a little bit before it starts steeping. So, I should remind you all why we're all here. Now that I got your undivided attention. Well, it's probably pretty divided, you know, second screen monitoring and whatnot. But, why do we do this sort of, I mean, literary analysis? We're getting to more literary analysis as we progress here. We do this work, this literary work with the games that we play, not just for the fancy of it, not just because it's fun, not just because it elevates the media, both of those things are true. We do it also for my own solipsistic wants and needs. You see, narratology and storytelling are near and dear to my heart because I'm an author. I'm a writer. I've been a novelist for the past over a decade now, and I started streaming to try to promote that work to you. Most recently, you could read me in the Patchwork Sovereignty. This beautiful piece of literature can be yours. It is a noir thriller set in a post-apocalyptic Nordic folklore verse, which I think is pretty fucking cool. It's got trolls and Hulder and Jarlings and Vettir and a few elflings in there for good measure. It's, think of it as a low fantasy folklore version of LA Confidential or Chinatown. Something along those lines. Please do check it out. Or for that matter, The Last Box, cyberpunk thriller about the spontaneous eruption of sapiens in a bit of gaming code on the people who were unfortunate enough to have to try to reconcile with that fact. Also think it's a pretty good book. You should totally go check it out as well. It is kind of like it's situated somewhere along a wibbly-wobbly line between William Gibson's Neuromancer and Spike Jonze's Her. Please do check it out. You can find any of these pretty much everywhere you get your ebooks or print-on-demand copies, but if you need any help finding it, there's a handy-dandy link down below. It's going to get you to jpspublishing.se, where you can find further descriptions of them or just links to where you can get them. And I'd also like to remind you all, The Girl is just days away from going live. On Friday, this very Friday, the 3rd of April, The Girl with Raven Hair will finally be available as an ebook, digitally. I will be at GothCon here locally in Gothenburg, selling her also to the highest bidder. No, there's no bidding. And there's plenty other. So if you have a reason to be in town, come by GothCon and grab yourself a copy of her. She's gorgeous. I'm so happy to finally be able to get this one out there. I think you're gonna like it. I sure should am. It's, and she's gorgeous too. She's absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. So hopefully you'll pick up your copy and finally enjoy it. Finally get to enjoy yourself, The Girl with Raven Hair. Oh, I'm so stoked for next weekend. Or this weekend. The next weekend. Oh, it's going to be so good. Oh, it's going to be so good. Hi, Shay. Well, Shay. Coming in here, giving us stretchies. First off, shouty outy to our good buddy Trash Panda Shay. Good friend of the channel, currently playing Cult of the Lamb, and also playing Visca Mudpaw on our D&D campaign that So McDaddy's running. How are you doing, Shay? I've been trying to facsimile some sort of a mommy voice for the protag? The point of view character in the game that we're playing right now. Run away, Shay. He wants to exploit you, huh? Yeah, mommy voice. We got a character here who exudes big mommy energy. The eternal empress who has to stomp a little gnat of a hero over and over and over again. Basically, J.P.S is a baddie. I'm such a baddie. I got such a big bonk stick. I don't think you can be anything but a baddie if you got this big of a bonk stick. It is cool. It's a cool designed game. So what does it do? What does this thing do? So it essentially turns around the whole Souls-like, where we're playing the last boss, right? So what do you accomplish by doing that? Well, the game is also taking a little bit of a tongue-in-cheek philosophical conversation about the whole thing. This whole turnaround is not what enables that. What enables that is permitting, I suppose it's the permitting through the experience, the chain of experience from the boss's perspective. We, as a player, when we're playing a Souls-like and we're running up against the boss, we can kind of conceive of, oh, we died that run, so we go back and do it again. We generally don't save the progress other than our ability throughout that progress, which makes it feel more like a reboot rather than a return. But when we're looking at it from the perspective of the big boss, it becomes abundantly clear that it is a return. Okay, so how would the boss actually react to that? The return of the same fucking person over and over and over and over and over again to try to dethrone us. And yeah, that is not a new, I mean, the perspective I suppose is new. It's not a new concept, it's technically there. But we are being shielded from it while we're playing the hero. Now we cannot shield ourselves from it any longer. And thus the question becomes, what do we do with this tedium of having to deal with this gnat over and over and over again? They who get better and better and better, and us who are eternal. So yeah, it absolutely becomes a conceptual division of change against the unchanging. And that sort of philosophical conversation I think everyone can get engaged in. Humans tend to fear change because it generally leads us to the unknown, and the unknown is scary as a general rule. But that being said, change is like the only constant, paradoxically enough. A little bit of tongue-in-cheek in that, but it is the one thing that will always happen, has always happened, and will continue to happen. With all likelihood, with all statistical likelihood. Things will change. We personally change from a philosophical perspective the more experiences we get. Oh shit, I need to go fetch something. Don't fall. Don't fall. I'm asking you, please. Oh, God, you fucking asshole. One of my new books. There we go. We as people change. We as biological beings change. Like, the biological process is all about change. Oh, this fucking headset's rotting. Ew. Ew. Get off. What is this? Ooh, this is why I'm wearing a hat underneath. This is actually why I'm wearing a hat. Well, one of the reasons why I'm here wearing a hat. Ew, you're so... Ugh. Get off. We as biological beings change. And the world changes. The cosmology changes. Fucking geology changes. Everything changes. And imagine the dreariness of being eternal. Of not changing. As a cosmological concept, that is kind of new. But it is something that we like to envision. We like to believe that our society is unchanging. We like to believe that our beliefs are unchanging, that our identity are unchanging, that our ideologies are unchanging. They're not, but we like to think so. And thus, we have often envisioned this eternal empire. Like what? I mean, even in Silksong and Hollow Knight, right? We talk about Hallownest. It was the first and the only thing that existed. Nothing exists before or after or outside Hallownest. That's the propaganda, right? But now we actually get to look at how that feels and is. It's this over and over and over again. Let's see here, ominous. In other news, anyone see the news about a robot that has hitchhiked across countries? It got around Canada and Europe, but didn't make it to one state in America. It got mugged. It's how Lost Lace felt with me and J.P.S. Hi, Cryptics! Yeah, I mean, it is kind of scary, that notion of non-change. You know what? Funny, speaking about change as a concept, because I think the game is going to go further into that. I recently finally picked up a book that I first found out about at Finnick's place, at the Cosmology Scholar's place. I can't really see it. There we go. Octavia E. Butler, The Parable of the Sower. And just the name of it, The Parable of the Sower, made me want to pick it up when I saw it over at his place. It's not this copy. It was a beautiful bound copy he had. And I just flip it open and read the intro stanza. It reads thusly. All that you touch, you change. All that you change, changes you. The only lasting truth is change. God is change. And yeah, but that doesn't stop humanity from trying and envisioning something changeless. Enter the Dark Queen of Mortholme. Enter this big lady. Look at her, Shay. Doesn't she deserve a mommy voice? I'm trying my best to do a mommy voice for her. It's going so-so. Burn that. Get back on our share, please. No, God, fuck. Ellipses. Just a moment. I need to catch my breath. The run back is atrocious. Ellipses. I have thought of quitting has hurt me. It has. Oh. I keep thinking I've got you figured out. I'd hoped this new sword might do the trick. Oh no, he's falling into the trap. Oh no. Yet you stand strong, loop after loop. It's an uphill battle the whole time. Oh, dude, yeah, never stop. Never surrender. Never give up. Then why return? See, Shade, this is where mommy voice is obligatory. Well, why do you think? Because you like it here? To finish what you started, I think. To finish what you started. Like me. You have a duty to uphold. True. I wish to see it to the end. Doubly so now that I know what stands in my way. Hey, that's me you're talking about. I'm standing in your way, right? Am I not? Is it not me that you're looking for? I'm beginning to think that we might have a little trouble filling 4 hours with this. Which is fine, I suppose. You truly are as unforgiving as they say. Ooh. I like that. I am as I was made to be, nothing less. You don't wish to be more? Again, with the change, right? Being as you are, or being in a way that makes you become what you want to be. As a transitory state. It is wisdom to accept oneself as one is. This world places limits on us all. This is not untrue. It is wisdom to accept oneself as one is. We hear that a lot. Accept yourself, right? We hear that a lot. Not least of which from religious perspectives, but yeah, from a bunch of different perspectives. Just accept yourself. Sure, sounds good, sounds great, but too much of accepting yourself as you are makes you content, or at least instills contentment into just being that and not being more. Not accepting oneself as one is can be a driving force to change, to grow. And personally, I have a little bit of a... I don't like the narrative of just accept yourself. Like, fuck that. I don't want to accept myself. I want to become more. I want to be more. As opposed to just letting the world and letting your baser impulses imprint on you, I suppose. So what we're... Okay, so this is kind of cool. They are... So what are they doing here? What are the game developers here at Mosu doing? They are pitting two philosophical concepts against one another. I think the progress that they did was they bent the perspective on the final scene of a Souls-like, and then asked themselves, what do these roles represent? What does the player character represent in one of these Souls-likes? They represent, I'm gonna keep trying until I get it. That is the essence of change. Keep trying, keep trying, keep trying until you get it, and you get better progressively as you go. Against the boss, who is stuck, who does the same thing over and over and over again, and will never leave, will never get out of that loop, unless they fail. Or they tire the other one out. And then they went to the, okay, so what does that represent? Well, it represents change, and stagnation feels like it used to change. This is just eternity, essentially. And they're pitting these two arguments against one another in a framework and a setting that I'd like to say is fairly unique to that sort of conversation. This is not generally the setting that we have for that conversation. It's interesting. And it breathes a little life. It marries that conversation, that philosophical conversation, with this setting in a way that makes the conversation, well, breathes a little bit new life into it. If there are limits, they're far beyond these walls. My fortress will stand tall as long as I am here to defend it. That is what I must fight for to endure, just as you must fight for your truth. I will. I don't fear it breaking. Ha, gotcha. Oh, little shit. Fuck you! No! Ah! Got him! Shit, I'm under 50%. Oh, shit. He's getting it. He's getting it. So this is a great, when I generally talk about thematic storytelling, right? I love thematic storytelling. And this is a cute little piece because it's taking a gimmick, just switching the roles, and then just building a canopy of themes around that, and just digging into it for all it's worth. And it just goes hard. Wow, this is rough. Why keep coming back for more? Good question. Maybe you've already given me brain damage. Yeah, big feels. Big feels on that one, Mr. Souls player. Shit, maybe I'm breaking my brain playing this boss over and over again. Ooh wee. Oh, come on! Trying to foresee what he's gonna do, but it's fucking hard, man. I'm too slow to react. I need to try to set him up for failure, and it's going so-so. Haven't gotten him once! Fuck you! Oh, Yillish. No. No, I didn't see. Fuck. Enough! Second stage. I will not let you undo what I am. You wish to see my true face? Immutable. Untouchable. No? Yes? Maybe? Die. Oh shit. He just... We just cutscene killed him. Oh, that sucks. Oh, poor little guy. Oh, you know the feeling, right? When that act 2 or that stage 2 hits and you just get wiped immediately. Oh, poor little thing. The demoralization. Oof, that was brutal. It would have been better for you to stay away, to not see any of this. Yours is a heart that believes in change. Swallow me that sneeze, I think. I think I managed it. You think that if you try hard enough, you can challenge the natural order itself. So that's another sort of philosophical cul-de-sac that people in power generally spout. The natural order. There's no such fucking thing. People who... Every single person I've ever heard use the term natural order has no idea what the fuck they're talking about. That's gonna be propaganda. If there is such a thing as natural order, nobody knows what it is. It is not the strong survive. That does not work. That is not true. It wasn't the strong that survived the Triassic mass extinction. That was the tiny puny guys. The little rats. They survived. It is most definitely not the strong that survive. And I don't know what other natural order she's referring to. But pretty much every time anyone says anything about a natural order to you, that is, you can immediately just hands down call it. They're full of shit. They don't know what they're talking about. They have no definition of that term. They're only trying to impose their vision of reality onto you, and they're calling their vision of reality the natural order. Or they even more so, they are trying to revitalize their perspective on reality with some sort of a fundamental truth. And if there is such a thing, they have no idea what the fuck it is. No idea. Wrong. The only reward for pushing your limits is further failure. This is true. Okay, so here's the thing that I love with what they're accomplishing with this dichotomy that you have between the hero who's all about change and the villain who's all about not stagnation, eternity. Most of their arguments on either side are, from one perspective or another, correct. It is true, Dark Queen of Mortholme. The only reward for pushing your limits is further failure. Yes, this is true. Every time you try to push your boundaries, your limits, to do something new, you will fail. To some extent. But here's the thing. Every time you keep doing that, you will fail a little less. Failure and success is not a binary concept, generally speaking. It's a grade curve. And if you define success as only getting it pitch perfect, nobody does that. It is all grades of failure or grades of success. But here's the thing. Sure, if you never ever push your limits, you will never fail. You will also never succeed. Never ever will you succeed if you don't push your limits. At least not succeed at something new. At the very least. Guess that's another reason why we play Souls-likes. But she is correct. It's just that her perspective of failure is not a real thing. What you saw when pushing mine was the cruel face of my truth. Yeah, that is cruel. That truth, pushing your limits, will cause your failure. That is cruel. It is true. So what? Unchanging, unjust, unkillable. Your valiant fight brings you only meaningless suffering. So imagine what does the Dark Queen of Mortholme actually represent here? She, in a way, represents exactly what she's talking about here. That failure. She is the limit that this hero is pushing. And the hero is failing. She is that cruel bring down, that cruel punishment. And just when the hero thinks they've got it, the bar changes, the bar moves. That's demoralizing. That's demoralizing as hell. Imagine if you were forced, but imagine if you thought that being that bar, being that failure, that punishment, was the only thing that you could be. How? Must suck. That's gotta suck to believe that. Like, my only purpose in existence is to bring down and beat back people who try. The Dark Queen is traumatized, man. Her existence must absolutely fucking suck. Against the might of the status quo, your efforts do not matter. I mean, from a perspective, true, but no. This is the full extent of my power. This is where your quest ends. See here, yeah, sure, my individual example may not change the broad picture, but the broad picture never changes without individual determination to change it. It's just that it's in increments, generally speaking. That change that you cause, such a little increment that it doesn't really change the big picture in and of itself. But it's part of that change. Soon, I think, our dance will reach its end soon. You've shown me the true extent of your power. Thank you. I'm honored to be deemed worthy opponent. You! Was that your goal all along? To see me at my worst? Oh, your worst. You unrelenting masochist. I'll take that too as a compliment. Let's fucking get him. I like this guy. Stop getting behind me, you little fuck. No! Stop! Stop! You really fucking hurt, man. Oh, that's bullshit. I had you there, bud. Oh, god damn it. You already saw what happens when you push me too far. There is no hope for you. There's always hope, as long as I keep trying. Let's fucking go, hero. There always is hope. The only true failure state is to stop trying. Everything else is just another stepping stone. No, he has a shield! That's what I've learned out there in the world. In here with you. Stop talking down to me. Die. It's not gonna work. Oh, see, it's a bubble. He bubbled. You're the one with no hope. You think you don't need it? Think again. No, I am. I am undying. Guy's like, I solved the puzzle, I got a shield! Haha! Just seeing her turn won't kill me! Slash! Just die. Oh. Oh, poor little guy. Pity the fool. Now let's take a seat. Can we please get to sit down? Oh, God. Well, that warrants another oof. Yeah, it fucking does, doesn't it? Fucking does. What a fearsome form you had up your sleeve. How come you kept it hidden till now? You're glorious. Oh, don't look at me. But you're so beautiful. Oh, it is suffocating. That's interesting. It's hideous, it's just... But it's suffocating. It's stifling. Wait, what? Oh, we didn't want to say that? That's what we're thinking? It is made of unbecoming emotion. It is unsuitable for an audience. Ooh. It is suffocating. That's so good. So, we had two options there. Apparently they're internal thoughts. That's what the Dark Queen thinks of herself. In her true flesh, in her true shape. She thinks it's either hideous or suffocating. Now, hideous, okay. Hideous is just, I look ugly. I am an ugly thing. That's what's on there. Now we're doing close reading here. But it is suffocating. Brings along with it other associations. And here is a little bit of what the structuralists talk about, where you're using words, not just descriptors, but proper nouns and verbs too, but you're using words a little out of context. Her form, her true face, is suffocating. Her true face is suffocating. Her mask is not. So the thing that she pretends to be that is suitable for an audience, this permits her to breathe a little. But when she shows her true self, she's locked into something that makes her feel stifled. As the opposition to suffocation. So the word choice there, what they're actually accomplishing by using that specific word is tapping that form, first off that form, into a few other associations. Suffocating in this venue and what we've talked about, she's talking about herself as sort of a role that she needs to fill. That is all she is. She is the role and she needs to fill it. But when she's talking about it as being suffocating, she almost admits that she wishes it was different, number one. Number two, that there is breath that she would like to take that she cannot. It's like being stuck under a mask, stuck under a piece of clothing, a mask. A bunch of different associations are enabled for us to connect to her through that word. And by so doing, it permits us a bunch of inferences as to who she is, what she is, and maybe what she wishes she was. And considering she's such a staunch supporter of the quote-unquote status quo, the way things always will be, maybe she never permitted herself to actually want to pursue what might be if she wasn't suffocated by that form, by her truth, as it were. It's a form of what we accomplish then by doing that or they accomplish by doing that word choice, a little out of context, and us applying a little bit of a structuralist analysis to it, enables us to read into so much of the Dark Queen's character or motivations, feelings, desires, wishes, and it's gorgeous. It's absolutely beautiful. I must be this thing because I am this thing, and it suffocates me. It is unsuitable for holding an audience. The clumsy thing you started as would never have stayed in such suffocating darkness. So most people just can't. But now, considering the hero has tried and tried and tried again, now they can. The hero can actually see her in her self-imposed prison, her self-imposed truth. You wish for me to stay? Fam, do we want to ship these two? You are a curious little creature, utterly unlike me. It has made me. It has made me realize the mistake I made in letting you in. What good does it do to me to watch you? So now she's turning, right? She's entertaining the idea that maybe things could be different, but they can't. They can't be different by her own self-imposed logic. And I can absolutely understand a bit of frustration and anger at being flaunted things you have internalized that you cannot have or you cannot be. My world will not change, and you are back where you started. An utter failure. Yeah, we're both fucked is what you're saying, right? Ah, you're right. All that effort, I'm back at the beginning. But do you remember what happens next? Come. Feed me with failure. Show me your moves. One by one, I'll figure them out. Feed me with failure. That is a very good line. It does it again. It's the whole using words a little bit out of context. Feed me with failure. That turns failure into nourishment. Generally, when we in our society, which is a kind of a sick fucking society, I think, holds no bar, it's a pretty sick fucking society. I do not like the zeitgeist, the mentality, the motivations of the world that we have built. I think we can do better. I think the world deserves better. I think we as humans deserve better. And one of those logical poisons, philosophical toxins that we have fashioned for ourselves is the notion that failure is something bad. Failure is something shameful. I'm not saying that I do not feel it myself, I do, but it is still a toxin. What they do here is turn that, they flip it by just associating failure with something else. Instead of subject me to failure, punish me with failure, it is feed me with failure. That is to say, turning failure or the association to failure, not by switching out the word, but by switching out the context of that word. They, instead of making failure a bad thing, turn it into nourishment, something that we generally associate with a good thing. This is good structural writing. Excellent structural writing. Because again, with those little disassociations, these little hiccups in the language, they force us to view concepts, philosophy, roles, characters with perspectives that we otherwise wouldn't. And thus, by so doing, opens up inference to us. It opens up new venues of thought with which we can apply, not theoretically just to this setting, but also to life. Feed me with failure. Beautiful line. You're such a little shit. I hate you. Oh, you son of a fuck. How does your short bow do so much fucking much damage? Ah! This guy. Oh shit. Oh, we're doing the thing. Got him. Man, this game is great. Let's get rid of that. That's traumatic for them. So the swipes go left, right, left, down. Got it. Shit. Stop just telling me my moves back to me. That's disconcerting. Does it even matter how I fight? Does it even matter what I say? You're gonna keep going, aren't you? Does it even matter what I say? Every conversation leads us back to our duel. Your words have made it clear you mean to stand against me. Are you willing to step down? Then convince me of your change of heart. These words are all my heart has to offer. There is nothing else. Still in this scene? Oh, cats. We've got new movesets. Things have happened. But yeah, I mean, again, cats, it's a little bit of the theme of the thing. This entire... Oh, the whole game just takes place in this room. It's part of the structure of it, and it's gorgeous. You are the only one here, given the opportunity to change. That little warble, that little emphasis on you, that's problematic to do with just plain writing. They're accomplishing that with animation and color, something that generally writing cannot do. That emphasis, again, infuses the sentence, something fierce. It almost makes it sound like she's envious. Not almost, it does. Ah, I got him. Oh, they're fucking up. Oh, they didn't even get to stage 2. Oh, don't you hate that? When you got into stage 2 a few times and then you have to just... Shit, I'm back to number 1. Fuck. Oh, I hope they're gonna reflect on that. Oops, that was my bad. What happened? What happened, dude? You were doing so well. What happened? That's worse. That's cruel. What happened? You should know that part by now. Oof. Oof. Having the Souls boss call you out? Nah, I got distracted. It's fine. I'll focus harder this time. Yeah, right. Just, man, after having played Silk Song, this just speaks right to my heart. You know those, you know, like the Trobio fight and a bunch of other ones where I'm just going, okay, I need to, number 1, I need to stop talking to chat. Number 2, I need to just unfocus my eyes to keep track of everything. That's this. This is that. What is the point in climbing up when another mistake could bring you down at any moment? When are you doing Blade of Darkness, by the way? It's not on the list, I think. Is Blade of Darkness the first FromSoft? I may not want to forever crawl at your feet, but I have no need to linger on your throne either. You haven't made it seem all that appealing. Fuck. Look, I don't want your throne, I just want to beat your ass. The father of Souls games has been acclaimed. It's before From. Oh, I thought it was From. I thought it was From's first game. Oh, you little shit! You little dodging shit! Okay, here we go. Now you hold up your shield, your fucking shield. We dodged it? Ooh. Yeah, there we go. You fucking turd. The dead son. Oh. Oh. Holy shit. Oh. Oh. The first one who can actually see her for what she truly is. And when they're not looking, she gives them a hug. And then burns their corpse to ash. Yes, but that is such a good progression of behavior. And you can only really hammer home on that change, on such changes of behavior, instilling growth in a character, because she is changing, right? She's doing the thing that she's saying that she can't. She is changing. But you can only really get that from repetition, and repetition is so hard to accomplish in most pieces of media. Right? You can't really do it in books properly. You have to sort of shortcut it. You can't properly do it in movies. Again, I've come to bargain. Dormammu, I've come to bargain. But even that, it just runs for like, 3 or 4 clips, and then they shortcut that over and over and over again. So you can't really hammer home the repetition required to make these incremental changes of behavior mean as much as you potentially could in gaming. And I like that they're taking advantage of that. May I ask you something? You have earned 1 question. And an honest answer? Perhaps. What is it you fear? And seriously, you're back? Went for a little nap to get rid of a headache? Oh, you had a headache? I'm so sorry, see. That fucking sucks. Is it gone? Did you get it? We've had a lot of fun. This game is fucking great. Heroes still finding them? Yeah. Yeah, it's a Souls player. Of course he is. It's a really good game, see. We've had some fun interactions with this thing. And these two are just glorious. I love these two. This is my absolute favorite ship of 2000 and... I mean, this came out in 2025, so I suppose then. You insolent. Our time grows short. What do you fear? Oh. Losing who I am. So losing who I am feeds into the whole eternity thing, right? Because if she has internalized her role, alright, so close reading of each of these statements. Losing who I am, in the context of what we've been talking about, losing who I am means, she has internalized what she is who she is the truth of who she is. And if she changed any of that, she would lose herself. Change is a threat to who she is. This is, I would like to argue, true for most people. Most people solve the question of who am I by picking a few things. They have all of these little marbles on the play yard, and they pick a few of them. The fewer, the cleaner. You can't pick more, but the more you pick, the more jumbled it becomes, and it becomes harder to match them to one another. Most people don't pick one thing, but a few in number. And they closely associate themselves with these talismans, so these artifacts of self. These effigies. And then they believe that if they change, if I have to switch out any of these things, so that things change, then I am less, that I've lost part of who I am, because they've externalized that part of themselves to a point. So any change to the things or any change to themselves that makes them want to drop one of the things or exchange one of the things is dangerous to them. The danger of changing the self, changing identity. Unfortunately, a lot of outside parties take advantage of that. Like, for example, in politics, party politics, for example. Most people closely associate themselves to an ideology. They've decided at some point in their lives that, hey, this thing is, I'm going to pick what I'm going to believe, and I'm going to believe this thing, and come hell or high water, I'm going to stick to it. And political parties use that to essentially enable a source of free voters that they generally don't have to appeal to a lot because they're always going to vote the politician's way. For example, being left behind is not the fear that you will change. Being left behind is the fear that the world around you will change to make you obsolete. That your unchanging nature will spell your isolation once the world progresses. Here we have, again, the people do this. They fear the changing world around them and thus try to get in the way of that change because they fear that if that change progresses, then they will be made less. They would have less influence. So what's true for the Dark Queen here? Is she afraid that she will actually change? Or does she take her immutability so for granted that she's more afraid that the world will move on without her? That she will find herself in a world where she doesn't have a place anymore because her place has been made obsolete? What's more interesting? What do you think, chat? I want some feedback here. What do you think? What is the most interesting answer? Because both have merit, right? But one of them, the fear of change of self, losing who I am, seems to suggest that the Dark Queen believes she could change. Which essentially means she doesn't really believe in all the propaganda she's been spouting about her being unchanging. This thing leans into that conviction. And instead she has to guard this place, this palace, this throne, this rulership, so that the world will not become something where she does no longer belong. I think I like the second one. It kind of would make sense from a ruler too. Like, I have made this world in my image. If the world was otherwise, where do I fit in? And so, as not to be left behind and feel lonely through that, she instead pushes everyone away. And she's alone in this chamber of hers to rule. Yeah, I think that's more interesting. Being left behind, surpassed, discarded. Ah, you will be if you never move on. I have no intention of getting stuck here. There is nowhere in this world for me to move on to. I'm sorry, for what it's worth. I like this hero. Shit, I'm rooting for the hero. Now you must grant me a question in return. What are you? What are you? What am I to you? What are you has such a simple answer. We got ads coming up, by the way. What are you is such a simple answer. It's just, I'm just a little guy trying to, you know, be what I want to be. Do what I want to do. What am I to you is sort of self-centered, but it would be interesting if the hero answered something other than just a challenge. Let's see here, cats. You don't think most people spend that time thinking about it? Ad. Alright, well, I'm gonna save the answer to that then. Or, well, the reflection, rather. I think I prefer what am I to you. Because we're not gonna convince the hero of anything. The hero feels self-assured. In a way that we are too, but our self-assurance is more fragile than the hero's. The hero's is flexible, mutable. So they will not break as easily if their perspective is challenged. They're like, yeah, okay, whatever, I'm gonna keep doing the thing I'm doing. Which is generally the resilient way of being. But she is not resilient, she is rigid. And having a reflection upon her could be a little bit more interesting, I think. I believe. Even though it is more self-centered, right? But then again, wouldn't most of us like to ask people this? Like, what am I to you? We don't generally ask that question. I mean, we are also pretty self-centered in the way that it kind of looks a little bad asking people that, because again, it's all about your perspective of me. It feels a little iffy. Feels a little off. I'm just waiting out the ads here a little bit. Oh, it's 50 fucking more seconds. God Lord. God Lord. These fucking ads, man. Ugh. Advertisements. Fucking advertisements. Yeah, look, it's I like the interplay that we get here. So this is this puts a bit of a blast on, you know, I've shat on how often villains are just there to be a hurdle in the progression of the game rather than actually having a personality. I think that's dull as dog shit. I prefer villains to have relationships and interactions on a regular basis with the quote-unquote hero. I think villains generally get better that way, so you don't just introduce them in the beginning and the end. I prefer a villain that you kind of care about. Not that you care about their well-being, but you care about either their downfall, stopping them, you care about them personally, maybe you are a little bit conflicted with them, and that's much more interesting, generally speaking. And here we get that. But of course, I mean, if these two are going to run into one another over and over and over and over and over again, of course they'd strike up a conversation, right? So, Cats, are you back? Have the ads passed? You know what? I'm going to go, what am I to you? Oh, yes. Great. Well, you said just as ads were coming in there. I don't think most people spend that time to think about it. I think people would benefit from thinking about it more. I think people would benefit, as a general rule, from self-reflection. And considering that we live in a cooperative society, or we're supposed to live in a cooperative society, I think society as a whole would benefit from it too. But yeah, I agree with you. Most people probably don't. Because self-reflection is hard, and you tend to see things that you don't like. Especially if you do what do you call it in the 12-step program? An honest moral inventory? Those are fucking rough, generally speaking. So what am I to you? A little bit self-centeredness is okay from the Empress Eternal. Or Empress Everlasting. What am I to you? A mere challenge, a plaything. Oh, not a mere challenge. The ultimate one. The darkness I must breach. My dance partner. All this time I've studied your motions to match them step for step. Whatever you see your role as, you've pursued it as I have mine. For that I think of us as equals. The insolence. Understood. Ah! I'm beginning to think that there's input reading here just to be able to control the progression of events here. Which I'm kinda fine with. You little fucker. Really? There we go. There we have him, the little piece of fuck. He is getting close though. So, what's this nonsense of me getting to stage 2 just with a quarter of health left? Like, what's that? Oh. She hugs it. Or them. I mean, that's kind of fucking beautiful, in a way. I love this dichotomy, this relationship between the villain and the hero, and being one of need, I suppose, more than love. I adore that relationship. It's the again, as I mentioned earlier in the stream, it's the Batman-Joker relationship. There is no more point in playing pretend. I am going to die. Yes. Oh. And here she goes. She's finally realizing that with the progression of these events, with just the statistics of it, she will inevitably fail. Oh, we all do sooner or later. No shame in that. You must be pleased. I'm curious. It's now you who stands in the face of the inevitable. What will you do? Oh, shit. Oh, no! The turns have tabled! Fuck! Accept defeat. Give it my all. And suddenly we become the hero. Who tried to change, who tried to strive. Yeah, I like that. That she's slowly embracing change. By embracing the inevitable, interestingly enough. Or embracing facing the inevitable. Oh, this is actually interesting again. It brings us to a philosophical question. So, I don't know, I think on occasion we've talked about nihilism on this channel, right? At least when we played Control, I'm pretty sure we talked about nihilism. This notion that it's all predetermined in one way, shape, or form, and it's hard to walk your way out of nihilism and predeterminism if there are no true random chances in the universe, that it's all different influences from different parameters, deciding factors in certain circumstances, giving predetermined results. Then just because, I mean, there are too many parameters for us to predict anything, but they're still there. We can still give reasons for anything that happens. It's just that it's so many fucking reasons, right? From so many different sources. But fundamentally, it's still easy to talk yourself into a predetermined universe. And thus, nothing I will do will change anything. Even what I do and how I act. And running into that sort of defeatism, look, it's hard. It's easy to fall into that trap, because it is a trap. It's most definitely a trap. Because you could just as easily argue that your intention to strive is also one of those predetermined articles. And truth of the matter is, I mean, you could argue that there's no choice in it, but I personally perceive a choice. If that's an illusion, yeah, sure, fine, but that choice helps me. I think it could help anyone to feel like they have a choice, even if that may not be it. But she's lived in a predetermined universe, right? She doesn't believe in change. Everything will be as it is. And this is her role. So, from that perspective, she's realizing that this will end poorly. I will die. She could fall. She could crumble under that nihilism and just accept defeat. But just the idea of seeing that, yeah, this is gonna go to shit. I'm not gonna give up. That is, in a way, accepting not just determinism, but accepting that there is a value not just in the end results, but the mechanics and the methods with which she meets those results. I will give it my all. You shall not see me go down without a fight, but with my head held high. And suddenly, by being just bullheaded, she accepts change. Only the strongest version of you may have the privilege of defeating me. Heh. You truly never changed. Incorrect, dude. This is change. Would you show me how to do it? How to rise from the ashes? Oh yeah! Buddy up time! Oh, you've seen me. I don't know what else to tell ya. Come at me then. Burn for me one more time. One more time. Is this gonna be the last one? No, wrong way. Fuck. Judging by oh, that's bullshit. No, he's getting me. No, no. Shit. Got him. No! She's dripping. Oh, she's weeping? That's a good double entendre there on the weeping and dripping. Your reign of terror ends today. Let's not deny it. Let's accept it. Yes, it does. Yes, you were right. All that exists is meant to end. Wait, you died? Yeah, eventually. I mean, that's the beauty, right, of Souls-likes. Eventually, you're gonna get past the wall. No, to move on. As you do so, I expect you to make me proud. My defeat marks you with my approval. I will. Rest easy now. Your approval will linger on with me. Oi! Oh, fuck. That's it? Oh, that's very fucking good. Oh, I like this. Oh, that's so fucking good. Oh, very, very good. Good game. Good game. Good game. I've never been so happy to fail in my life. That was beautiful. I love that. You're gonna keep playing? No, I don't think so. I don't think we need to. Is there a point? Hey chat, is there a point to do another run? Is there meaning to it? Is there meta progression? There are 3 endings? What? What do I need to do? The canon ending we just had. The queen wins. Secret ending. Potentially up to 6 distinct endings. Huh. Cool. Yeah, so there absolutely are ways here. Yeah, he Googling 6. Damn, only got 3. I mean, there are variations, right? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think we're gonna... I don't think there's much else to say about it, really. At least not tonight. That's so cool. Yeah, there are variations on it. And we got the canon ending, the quote-unquote good ending, and I am happy with the thematic journey of that. I'm also happy with the grace between the two characters, after a while at least. And I am happy with the conversations that we've had. I mean, again, it's inevitable. It will happen. If someone can just reset and do it over and over and over again, eventually it will work. And the Dark Queen of Mortholme, any Souls-like boss, needs to kill the hero forever. They need to always win. The hero only needs to win once. This ending is the best, I think. I mean, Omen is right. It fits the best with the themes on display, the conversations had, and with the thesis statement that the game seems to be making. It, as we've talked about, you know, change versus the immutable eternity, which actually kind of doesn't exist truly, and the grace with which it happens. Unless she learns to respawn too, wouldn't that be a horror? See here, Ominous. Depends. Most of Hollow Knight and Silksong players quit after the first boss. She gets a third phase? The Dark Queen gets a third phase? Yeah, well, again, the only true failure is to start trying, right? And as the Dark Queen mentioned, why carry on when you will only be punished by failure? Sure, you can ask that. You can consider failure in that regard, but it's not helpful for anyone. Especially not the ones standing in the way of change. Well, it's helpful for them, but it's not helpful for change. It will happen. Inevitably. And we tend to get stuck in this notion that just because life has looked a certain way for us personally in some amount of time, then that's just immutable fact. That's another logical fallacy. And it shows a lack of perspective. Just because the Queen has been around for what? 100 years, 1,000 years, 10,000 years, whatever the heck. Doesn't matter. That's a blink in the eye of the grand scheme of things. It doesn't mean anything. Also, what now? Good question. I mean, I'd like to... I wish there was more we could talk about, but I mean, I think we've had plenty of conversations because, again, the game wears its influence, it wears its thesis statement, and it plays around with its themes fairly, I wouldn't say obviously, but, you know, on its sleeves. It doesn't hide anything. It's very good at it. It promotes its progression of events very well. And I think we've had plenty of opportunity to just talk about it as we go along, and I don't think the ending changed any of that. It was beautiful, and I will definitely spend a non-zero amount of time on the internet looking at fan art of these two, because I think their relationship is glorious. And I wish more writers in general, not just game writers, took a little bit of inspiration from how the hero and the villain interact here. There better be fanfic of them, right, Bun? Right? Aren't they just the first time that the Dark Queen just bent down and hugged the fallen hero? Peak. Absolute peak. So what are we doing for the rest of it? I think it's a good question. I should send off the YouTubers no matter what, because we don't have anything else YouTuber friendly or archival-y to do. So first off, Twitch, don't go anywhere. We still have a few hours to kill. But YouTube, I'm sorry, you're gonna have a little shorter one. I don't think you mind terribly. But thank you so much for watching this first playthrough of the Dark Queen of Mortholme. I would highly recommend you to pick it up yourself. It's real cheap. It is by small-time publisher and indie developer. It's an absolutely wonderfully written game. It's wonderfully envisioned. It does exactly what it wants to do and doesn't overstay its welcome. It's nigh on perfect for what it tries to be. So do check it out yourselves. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and you don't have to wait until next World Live to watch more of this stuff. You can just click on what's hovering around my head. The upcoming schedule interruptance is not going to disturb you at all, so all you have to do is click somewhere around here, and you'll find more of this stuff. I'd also like to remind you all that there are books to buy. First link down below is going to get you to jpspublishing.se, and I'd like to remind you all that The Girl with Raven Hair is about to release, so go check her out. I would very much recommend to you. And until next time, YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Keep passing the open windows, and good night.